All right, time to take a look at some of the business stories making news today. Haley Wooden with Business in Vancouver is joining us now. And it sounds like it wasn't a very good year for Canadian companies looking to go public.
It really wasn't. In fact, 2016 was the worst year for IPOs in the Canadian market in nearly 20 years. That's according to PwC. Last year, we had 3 companies choose to go public on the Toronto Stock Exchange through an IPO. That's compared to 22 companies rooting for an IPO in 2015. The biggest one last year, of course, being Aritzia's IPO, worth about $400 million. Without Aritzia, the other 2 companies going public were worth about $64 million. So a big gap there. This weak IPO market, it's not exclusive to Canada. It was felt around the world last year, and it can really be chalked up to general uncertainty, which plagued the markets and investments generally, whether it was the U.S. presidential election, the surprise Brexit vote, or even sort of a hangover from the European debt crisis. But looking ahead, I think there is some cautious optimism. Lots of rumors floating around about companies that could be going public. This includes Hootsuite, which is local. We also have Vision Critical, another local tech company. To a large extent, the Canadian IPO markets follow what happens in the States. And south of the border, there's a lot of rumors swirling around a potential Snapchat IPO. So lots to watch in 2017. It does seem, though, that we can't get any worse than what we saw last year.
All right, let's look ahead to 2017 then. And I understand you have a list of some of the concerns that businesses should be thinking about going forward.
That's right. This is a list out from law firm Bordner, Ladner, and Gervais, and it outlines the top 10 legal risks facing businesses this year. A big one on this list is cybersecurity and data privacy. According to the report, there were 160% more cybersecurity incidents in Canada year over year. So it is a big concern, and there's a lot of evidence to show Canadian companies are underprepared or not at all prepared when it comes to cybersecurity attacks. Another one on the list would be the innovation and subsequent disruption posed by the financial technology or fintech space. So for companies in this space or adopting fintech products, regulations around that are going to be a concern in 2017. And finally, of course, Canada's natural resources industries. They've had a rough couple of years, and we're not quite out of the dark just yet. You can take your pick, whether it's regulatory hurdles, weak resources and commodity prices worldwide, logistics concerns, or even protests and trying to gain social license.
All right, absolutely. Haley, thanks so much for sharing those with us.
Thank you very much.